Welcome to the Overcomers of Relapse podcast. I am D, your host. This is episode 3 of season 6 of my podcast. So welcome to all listeners out there. It is great to share this experience with you. The introduction of each podcast episode of season 6 will start off with a great meditation track. I got such great feedback about this track on the previous season. And to be honest, I enjoy it very much myself. It helps to relieve the tension and the stress we all deal with in our everyday busy lives. So sit back and enjoy. I will be right back with today's topic and discussion. So come on, relax, and place all life problems and concerns on pause. Let's take a flight on angel wings. Enjoy. Man, I tell you, it gets better and better every time I hear it. So I hope it reaches and touches everyone that joins in on the meditation the same way it does me. Because like I said, it brings me to a place of clarity and peace, which I believe we all need very much so these days. Okay, before we get started with today's topic, I would like to announce that I have a service that I am offering to the public that is called Ask D. This is a service that is on YouTube that will allow listeners to ask questions on any topic we have discussed on the podcast or any questions in general you may have. Also, I would like listeners to leave comments or questions in comment section of Ask D YouTube segments. My credentials to answering questions are based on me being a certified life coach, and I am more than happy to share answers from my views and expertise, and also offer the listening audience participation to give advice from each other to each other that may give us all solutions to any matters concerning our well-beings. With everyone, if everyone will get involved, who knows, maybe we can make some sense of this crazy thing called life. So come on, guys, please join in. Leave comments and views and questions. Thank you. Now, let's get started with today's podcast episode. I just want to put this out there right from the beginning. This podcast is not only pertaining to relapse as far as drugs, alcohol, or any other addictions. We are open to all topics. However, our main topic is why do we have addictive behaviors and how can we overcome them? On episode 3 of season 6, I would like to use for a topic, use your revolving door. Use your revolving door. Now, I know to all of my regular listeners that you cannot wait to see where this is heading. So, let's get started with the definition of revolving door. A revolving door gives you access to an entrance to a large building in which partitions turn about a central axis, a place or organization that people tend to enter and leave very quickly. Now, in today's world and the constant inconsistency and changes of all matters concerning it, in order to maintain your sanity, you must be able to adapt, to apply the ability to be retroactive and proactive when it is required. I remember as a kid, my favorite superhero was Superman. Man, I thought this is who I want to be when I grow up for sure. I mean, when you really think about it, he's faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Man, when I saw that, I decided, this is just the way I think, I decided right then and there, I could not wait to grow up and be Superman. So, I decided to use my mom's red curtains as a cape and wear my blue pajamas, and I went out on the roof of the house. And I was raised all my childhood to believe in God. So, I prayed there on the roof, Lord, I want to be Superman. And Lord, I know this is what you want me to be. So I am going to leap, and I know you will let me fly and not fall. So here I go. Now, soon as I was about to jump, I heard a voice say, "What are you doing? Get your behind," and that's putting it nicely, "in the house right now. Are you crazy?" Well, I was always accused of having a big imagination, and I still do. See, here is the point. I was so fixated on Superman that I never acknowledged Superman's altered character, Clark Kent. He is the personality that deals with ordinary, earthling, predictable life circumstances. Hey, it's no wonder I ignored his existence. I mean, you ever get the feeling you're being ignored? Well, anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. This is more true for our reality of everyday life experiences as Clark Kent than his true identity, Superman. So you may be asking, where is he going with this? Well, Clark Kent faces life every day on its terms as long as everything was cool. But just in case things got chaotic, Superman knew who was really running the show. His true self, Superman. All he had to do was use a phone booth or a revolving door to make the change to the character that was needed in order to handle the situation at hand. Now, of course, we don't have phone booths anymore. But my question is to you is, are you using your revolving door? See, in my opinion, in a lot of difficult challenges we take on, we are confronting them as Clark Kent. And he is not built for the adversary of challenges he is up against. If there is more chaos going on in the world, well, let's say more than usual, especially during these times, this is either going to cause one or the other identities to respond. Clark Kent suffers. He could suffer if you're Clark Kent, and anyone who engages with him suffers also, and possibly lose his altered life personality. Or he can arise to the occasion and become his real identity, Superman. You see, what I'm trying to say is we all have this capability we can tap into. Our spiritual confidence being, your confidence being, or you can just go ahead and tap in and live through your fleshly, egotistic, self-centered existence, which is a third party of the two identities altogether, which is always the one that causes destruction to ourselves as well as to others. You get to choose the character you want to present when you use your revolving door. Now, I want to take the time to point out a factor here that must be validated. Clark Kent is necessary and not necessarily a liability. but an asset. See, the character Clark Kent is created to meet the world on its terms and understanding, to create a balanced interaction between Superman and all his average encounters with humanity. But in my personal opinion, Superman is most comfortable when he is Superman, in his own skin, so to speak. But the world, in all of this artificial intelligence and technology, is still not Superman's equal. So portraying the alternate personality Clark Kent supports Superman's ability to live in such a defined, simplistic planet. See, although the world, the planet he is living in, is deceived with its own perception of how advanced it is, to be honest, it is thousands of years behind the real existence of pre-advanced divine divinity filled with extraterrestrial existence that lives in a constant state of the all-knowing. My friends, we all possess and have access to both identities. However, there are many of us that get them conflicted because we do not know how to apply which identity to which circumstances that needs to be addressed by Clark Kent or Superman. Now, I completely understand it takes time and practice to develop the ability to be versatile and definitely to know which identity to apply to an issue that's so complex that you are not sure if it needs just a regular bystander or a superhero. Just remember, Superman is the true identity. And even if you get mixed up sometimes, being Superman and knowing it for yourself, even if you get the wrong response or acceptance from the world as Clark Kent, you can always create another altered character to meet the world at its terms. But you can never create another Superman who you truly are. And as long as you are aware of who you truly are, you have already conquered all life's challenges and consequences. Hey, just remember, just keep away, reject all everyday small deposits of kryptonite, which to me is the definition of negativity. Just stay away from the kryptonite negativity. So I guess the question really is your dominant identity Clark Kent or Superman? Hey, listen, for me personally, depending on what actions are needed to be taken, I am both. Cause the trick to it all is all I have to do is use my revolving door and bam, Superman appears. Now, how about you? Well, that's it for episode 3 of season 6. Please visit my website, The Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. It is listed on the screen. Please feel free to post on blog, share thoughts, and all so feel free to chat. Contact information is on there also, along with a lot of great music. Also, people, come join us on my Facebook group called Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. A lot of great inspiring posters and just a great group of people to chat with. And also, be sure to check out Ask D on YouTube. All information can be found with introduction video on YouTube. Hey, let me know your opinions and thoughts, and also if you would like to be a guest on the podcast. Hey, thanks again for joining me. Talk with you guys again very soon. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to the things that I can, and the wisdom to love the purpose. Here we go. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I slept. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Well, no. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, I'm tired of this shit. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Man, it's the detox. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Said I would never do it again. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. I'm so tired of this shit. No. Emily said I'll never do it again. Emily, no. Relapse me. No. Said I'll never do it again. No. Oh well, start over again. I'm going back to rehab. I'm going back to rehab. Going back to rehab.